Hello and welcome back. My name is Soundcrawler and this is Feed the Beast. So today we're going to be up here at the unidentified honeycomb. And there we go. Okay, so I've been breeding these bees and a good starting point is over here. So, I got up to common, and then I went to cultivated, and then from there I went to noble, majestic, and imperial, and also to diligent, unweary, and industrious. So I just followed pretty much exactly what Generic Bee did in his Bee Academy. So if you want to know how to do bees, that's what you should go watch, and not me, because I'm not very good at bees. But what I want to do in this episode is make our first alveary. So we need 27 of these blocks, I believe, and we're not going to have enough. It's okay, I have more. And I'm going to make one, and then I still need a couple more. Okay, well that'll be going. In the meantime, we can come over here. I know that I'm going to want a mutator block, I believe is what this is. In fact, I'm going to want 3 of them, so we're going to go ahead and make those. And then I'm going to want a rain cover, because right now my bees just stop when it's raining. And although, it's not very hard to stop the rain with a rainmaker and a dissipation charge, but we'll still make one because this whole place is chunk loaded, so when I'm not here it would still work. And then I'm going to want some lighting. Yeah, I guess that wiped out my recipe. Oh well. I didn't mean for it to do that, but so the way we make this is we're going to put the lighting here, then we'll put the rain shield over here. I just use this gray wool just to lay it out. We're also going to want some frame housings, and then we're going to put these in here like this. These are just the alveary blocks themselves. And I will go ahead and say that in the next episode we're going to work on automating these. In this episode I'm just going to work on building them. I'm going to put, I think, 6 frame housings over here. So I'm just going to leave those kind of open, and then we need one more row up here. Okay, so we're going to need 3 more blocks, which we need these scented panels for. Nah, we're still not going to have enough yet. Okay, I'll leave that for a minute. Let's see. Okay, I can manage that. Let's grab our 3 blocks here for right now. What electron tube did it want? Okay, so let's do this. Then we need these guys here, and then we're going to need some iron. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to use, what bees I'm going to use quite yet, because as it stands right now I don't have a lot of use for bees, because I mean, you saw how much iron I had. I can make iron, I can make gold, I can make almost anything out of UU matter. There's a shard, or a minimum stone in here that I can make just about anything out of. And there's also this tome of Alveary that will basically let you take one thing and you add, usually it's redstone, and then from the redstone you can make as many of one thing as you want, basically. So you can take soul sand, that's in fact how I got my soul sand, and you can take a piece of redstone in that tome of Ythmevge, and then it'll give you 5 soul sand, so you gain 4 just from consuming a piece of redstone. Okay, let's see if that'll give us... Yeah, we'll need one more. Right there. Then we're gonna make these frame housings. And we'll put these in here. And then we're gonna need, well, yeah, I can do here. And I'll use my multi-tool, the crafting table part of it. So I'm gonna need 9 half slabs. I think they have to be oak, but I could be wrong there. And then we'll see if it turns into, there it went. Okay, so now I can move one of these bees over. I have a lot of these drones now, so I don't really care. So I'm going to put my frame housings in. So with these alvearies now, I basically won't need to that's interesting. I don't want the chocolate frame. I want the proven frame. Okay. I basically don't have to change the weather or do much to these guys. I can mutate them. By putting in uranium, you can get up to, I don't know, 60% bonus or something. And then the lighting will make it so they work at night, and the rain shield here will make them work well. It's raining, and so I don't need the strong flyer thing on them. You know, these guys will go all day now. So I'm gonna spend some time here. I'm gonna make, I think, well, total I'm gonna have 20 alvearies. I probably won't have that all done today, but I'm gonna make a couple more at least. And then in the next episode we will take a look at automating them, I think, which I'm gonna do that using a separate ME storage that's gonna live up here and deal just with bee stuff. So, you know, when I need honeycomb and I need to run it through the centrifuge here, well, the centrifuge is here, so I'll be able to pump all my honeycomb into that very easily, and it'll just do it. So in fact, some of those machines, well, these ones will probably stay here, just because sometimes it's nice to have machines that you can manually use, but some of them are also going to go underneath here under the amber blocks. And then I no longer need flowers, I think. And if I do need flowers, then I don't know. Let's see what this guy says actually. Yeah, no flowers. Okay. I guess that maybe I have to get a serum for that. I guess we could ask Lewis. Let's get dirt. I don't know if I need grass to plant flowers on. Doesn't look like it. That gave them what they wanted. So right now you can see that the items, they're just going to sit in there. Whereas over here I have them pumping out. But the nice thing with the Alveary is that I can automatically put a frame in there. So I will probably switch from proven frames to one of the other frames that I can easily make. But yeah, that's the plan. So I'll cut back when I have a couple more Alveary set up. Okay, we're back. This is taking a while. So I got 64 in there now, but that won't make enough for another Alveary yet. So instead, we're gonna use this one. I already took the princess it was a princess at the time. I already took the princess out. We're gonna use this one for breeding, or mutating, however you want to say it. So we're gonna put these chocolate frames in, which what I've been told is that they decrease the life of the queen, which makes the mutations faster. Well, essentially faster, because your queen doesn't live as long. And then we're gonna put a uranium ore back here. Okay, and what we are trying to mutate here is a rocky princess and a diligent drone. So let me get my bee laser out, because it somehow ended up in there. So you can see that the rocky is pure and the diligent drones should be pure. So what we're going to do is we're going to put one diligent drone in there, and then we're going to drop this rocky princess in. And what we should get is a tolerant bee. I don't know what kind of name that is, but yes, we should get a tolerant one. So I don't know, I mean, this guy is nocturnal, so I don't know if he's going to hate that light or if he's going to care. He's probably going to hate that light. Whoops. Oh, and I'm just pushing all kinds of wrong buttons today. Oh, wow, it's done already? Okay. I guess that's pretty fast. What? Was it supposed to be that fast? Wow, this is going to be a lot faster than what I was doing before. So now we have the tolerant princess and the tolerant drone, and they're both pure. We did use all our mutators though, it looks like. So I'm going to need to get some more uranium. See ya. Gonna need to get some more uranium ore. Lewis said he has a bunch, but I would have a bunch, except that I compressed it all into refined uranium automatically, because I thought you didn't need it for anything else, because I was not into bees at that time. So we're gonna have to change that, but right now I believe we can do another mutation here. Okay, so if we take a rocky and the tolerant, so I'm going to grab another rocky princess here, because you can see I have plenty of rocky princesses. We'll stick it in the beealizer for no real reason. Then we have this tolerant drone here. So, okay, first we need to put in our uranium. And then we'll put in the tolerant drone and the rocky princess. I don't want to click away. Just like it doesn't show it making progress here. I wonder if that's not a bug. Instant breed-beating. We can mutate him as fast as we want. Let's put these proven frames back in and try something here. Lewis said they were a lot faster. He didn't say they were instant, but okay. Let's put the two hardies back in there. It'll just make some drones, I think. And a couple combs. Okay, so it's doing pretty much nothing. And it still did pretty much nothing. Huh. Maybe that's just how fast it is. I don't know. That seems weird. It's going slowly. Okay, so I think we're gonna wrap this episode up here. So we built an alveary, we mutated a couple bees. I'm gonna build some more alvearies, so there will be even more here next time. And next time we're gonna automate them. So we're gonna put frames in the frame housing automatically. Now I'm thinking about making, say, this honeycomb shape here. This is gonna be just for mutating bees, these four. And then, you know, over here, or the rest of these will be production, with the intention of putting in imperial drones like over here, and then just keeping them going. So those ones won't need these mutator blocks, because you won't be mutating anything. But yeah, that's the plan, and I think that's what we'll be doing in the next episode. It might change. We are working on a games world that is shaping up to be a lot of fun to work on. So we may go over to there and do something there, but we'll find out next time. Thanks for watching.